Alright guys, today we are at the Aliwal Urban Arts Festival and who I have here with me, joining us for another episode of Inconsiderate Insights, it's Fahmy from Fin, right? Yeah. So Fin stands for...
Finicky in nature, yeah.
Alright, interesting. And what inspired this name?
Well, actually Fin is also French for the end. So for you to start anything, you need to begin from the end.
I think that's actually a major part of what we wanted to pick your brain about. Because you know, we have a lot of people here who maybe want to go out and strike out on their own creatively and maybe start a business. But you had your origins working in-house, right? As a creative for many different companies. Right? You know, there's a period of time you were at Maison et Coucou, menswear and everything. Maybe you could tell us a little bit what you did there.
So for Maison et Coucou, what we did was we were practically designing everything that was a pinnacle to their menswear, in the sense that it is something that is for their startup range of product. So it's more affordable, something for the masses.
But correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that was around the same time where you started exploring with Fin.
Yes.
So what would you say that you learned in your experience as an in-house creative that allowed you to take that leap outside?
By working with a lot of local designers, because on the onset of doing this, we actually do not have the skill set. But by working with other brands which were more established than us, we managed to design something for Maison. And after I've left Maison, I started out Fin with the help of this young brand.
Assuming that you have someone who right now is working in-house, creative, what do you think as a business owner, good things that you could learn from there, like perhaps they could take out, and what they should consider before they take their leap of independence outside?
For young brands? Well, my advice for young companies is, the first one is don't start. It's a fucking waste of time. Okay? Second, if you really need to do it, make sure there's a story. If there is no story, then don't do it.
So what's the story of Fin then? Because here you are, you're at Urban Art. How did you make that connection between the apron and Urban Art?
Right. So how we started out was that we were doing a lot of crafting. We were also doing a lot of upcycling, which is together in tandem with what Aliwal wanted to do. So they wanted craftsmen, and right now the hot topic is upcycling. So we are lucky to be in the same conversation as them.
So I think from what I recall, a bit of a philosophy is around the Japanese idea of no wastage, right? And then for your actual craftsmanship is the philosophy of boso. Is that how do you?
The basis of what we do is actually called boro. What you were talking about is called motainai, which means waste nothing. So boro is patchwork, and it came about from during a period of time when they had no money. So instead of throwing away stuff, they were literally trying to reuse and to repair whatever that they have. So we were very lucky and blessed to be in the right place at the right time.
So what drew you to this philosophy? I mean, here you are, Singaporean creative, you're working. What led you toward this philosophical view?
It's a lot of wastage.
Okay.
There's a lot of wastage, and we feel that we don't want to be part of that conversation. We want to be something that is towards the direction of being responsible creative owners.
So even very early on, you had a clear idea that it's about sustainability in a certain sense, about no wastage, trimming away things.
Exactly, and also at the same time to be working together with young creative. I think for Singaporeans, young businesses, there is no collective, and I think this narrative of being a collective is pretty much very crucial for us. So we want to help together with young brands to work together with us so that we can all be successful together.
And so I think another interesting note for a lot of young brands, especially like VI, who we are shooting the content for, I believe this business partnership is between you and your wife, right? So what's it like working with your spouse?
I am very lucky to be working with her. I think she is very hardworking, and she is my bedrock. So if you want to be starting with a company, and if you think that you can work with your wife, and your wife is a person who can contribute positively to the brand, I think there is no better partner than working with your wife.
Interesting. Her dad, Zeke, I'm their part-time marriage therapist in the office. Now he can't delete that out. So that's interesting. Like, do you find that you can readily identify what type of work your wife might excel in?
There are many shortcomings that I have. So to be in a very good synergy is to identify first and foremost your own weakness, and then work with someone who is better at what you're doing. You cannot be working with someone who is less proficient than you. Right. You cannot grow a business that way.
And speaking of growth, so what's next for 2020 for Fin? What's something interesting that's coming up?
We are working with a Japanese company called TCB, which is Two Cats brand. That's happening very soon in March.
So you veer a lot in the Japanese direction. Is that just because of your contacts, or?
We work a lot with the Japanese brand because the fabric that we do, the concept that we do, is along the same lines as the Japanese way of doing things.
Well, we are looking forward to seeing all of that in 2020. Thank you, Fahmy. Alright, so Fahmy from Fin. That concludes another episode of Inconsiderate Insights. Check him out, get your aprons from him. Oh wait, before we cut, is there anyone in the world you would dream of cutting an apron for?
Bisvim.
Alright. Yeah.
Never gonna happen, but
That's
yeah.
right. No, you never know, man. Okay.
Alright.
And
Thank you very much.
out.